Good evening, friends.
Good evening. Oh my gosh, what's happening?
Right.
What's happening?
Where are we? Good evening, friends. That's more like it. Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists this special night. Not only have we got healing, not only have we got mediumship, you get to bear witness to not one, but two ordinations of two candidates that have been working studiously, very, very hard. And the burden that they have borne has been heavy. Yes, they've been having to talk to me a lot. So you know they've been through the ringer. But it is a great pleasure tonight for this church and for the Independent Spiritualists Alliance to bear witness and take part in the ordination of two very wonderful and genuine exponents of this way of life. So please welcome your candidates. It's the last time they'll be referred to this way. A.D. Sadler and Darrell Golby. And the reason I say that that's the last time they'll be addressed that way is because afterwards they will, of course, be entitled to use the appellate of Reverend. But, of course, we have a few bits of formality to follow because there's someone else sitting right up here who needs no real introduction, but she's going to get one anyway. Why? Because she's our friend. Why? Because she's our medium for tonight. She is, of course, Lynda with a Y Rose! You know, it never gets old. That's what happens when you tell me off for spelling something wrong. Pay attention, everyone. And so, friends, we are going to dive right in this evening. I'm very sorry to everyone at home and everyone in the hall who was looking forward to one of my long and drawn-out addresses. You ain't getting one tonight. All right, Barry. You're actually getting two addresses, one from each of these. So, yeah. But now, friends, join me as we begin in the ordination of two of our newest ministers. The spiritual, religious, and earthly classification of spiritualism is identified by the practice of following the principles given by Spirit to Emma Hardinge Britten. Firstly, those 10 spiritual commandments and the 10 laws of right, which were then summarized with the 7 principles, which are, of course, the most familiar to most spiritualists. But, of course, we reflect the Christian tradition too. They are also reflected in many other religious traditions throughout history, which is why the ministry of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance designates itself not just as spiritualist, not just as Christian spiritualist, but by the virtue of those who take an oath to serve as being open to all ways of thinking. We task ourselves with learning the names and faces of all of those personal deities and divine beings that have been but one source, and many ways of reaching out to us to ensure that we are never alone, lost, or abandoned. But we also recognized that we must take our own path and make an effort to learn, not just for ourselves, but for and from each other. In each tradition, there is form and function in place, not just within those spiritual practices, but legal and earthly practices and protections too. The right of freedom of thought, conscience, religion, or belief includes the freedom to train, appoint, elect, or designate by succession appropriate leaders. The ISA not only follows this earthly tenet, but also encourages and embodies the need for freedom of spiritual thought. And although we come together in a common cause, intent, and act, we must also accept, understand, and encourage individuality within that coming together. Ordination designates you as a teacher, a leader of worship, and a pastoral guide, but it does not designate you as any more special than you already are as a human being, nor does it set you apart as higher or nobler than any other person. It is written in sacred texts that by their fruits you will know them. And simply put, this means that those who are ordained are those who attend such meetings of a religious nature and are part of a greater whole, not the centre of it. Those who seek to be at the centre of the whole, the focus of the attention, do not truly understand religion nor ordination. We, as ordained ministers and practitioners of spiritual faith, are the messengers, not the message. Whilst it is important to hold ourselves to a higher standard, we must also accept and realise that we are human too. We make mistakes and errors from time to time, but the acceptance of that without the need or desire to push responsibility elsewhere, to blame and to accuse, is the fruit of the tree of life from which we grow and are known. This service of ordination grants note and appreciation to the spiritual journey and effort to learn and grow made by the candidates. And it celebrates the spiritual calling, the gift of the ministry of which they are about to begin. Friends, we are gathered here tonight to witness the holy ordination of A.D. Sadler and Darrell Golby. This service will confirm them into that sacred and worthy office, requiring them to serve God by helping those in need of comfort, to understand our spiritualist way of life, and to respect and observe our principles, as well as have proper regard for those basic tenets laid down in all those texts and teachings regarded as sacred, in all reflections of divine celebration. Today, we charge them to accept the duties and obligations that are proper to that position of service. Now we open not just this service, but this whole evening in prayer. Divine Spirit, unlimited source of energy and life, grace this service with your presence and grant a blessing on your servants who are about to dedicate themselves in service to you and the work that you have set aside for them to complete. Help them to serve with humility and devotion, to spread the message of love and truth and eternal life. May the power of the Spirit which comes from you encompass them now and forevermore. Amen. Our brothers here are seeking ordination into the ministry of Spirit. Therefore, we come to the bit that nobody likes. So I'll make them wait a minute. But of course, the bit that everyone else in the congregation loves. If thereby any among you know of good reason why this should not be allowed, let them declare now, for forever hold their peace. And now you can breathe. Head up here. And thank you very much. Oh, you know I haven't put it in properly. Aidan, do you accept the aims, principles and mission of the Independent Spiritualist Alliance and wish to be consecrated and ordained to that sacred office of service and promise before God and all of those here present to devote your life on earth to this work? I do. Darrell, do you accept the aims, principles and mission of the Independent Spiritualist Alliance and wish to be consecrated and ordained to that sacred office of service and promise before God and those present here to devote your life on earth to this work?
I do.
Amy, please repeat after me, should you so agree and confirm your desire to serve. I call upon those present
I call upon those present
to observe, witness, and hold to account
to observe, witness, and hold to account
that I, A.D. Sadler,
that I, A.D. Sadler,
confirm that I wish to serve,
confirm that I wish to serve,
to heal, comfort, and guide
to heal, comfort, and guide
with compassion, patience, and kindness.
with compassion, patience, and kindness,
And accept the weight and responsibility
and accept the weight and responsibility
that comes with this calling.
that comes with this calling.
In the name of the Great Spirit.
In the name of the Great Spirit.
Darrell, please repeat after me, should you so agree, and confirm your desire to serve others. I call upon those persons here present
I call upon those people present
to observe,
witness,
and hold to account
and hold to account
that I, Darrell Golby,
that I, Darrell Golby,
confirm that I wish to serve,
to confirm that I wish to serve,
to heal, comfort, and guide
to heal, comfort, and guide
with compassion,
patience,
and kindness,
and
accept the weight and responsibility
I accept the weight and responsibility
that comes with this calling.
which comes with this calling.
In the name of the Great Spirit.
In the name of the Great Spirit.
The core of ordination is the laying on of hands. It is a blessing and consecration for our ministers. This is the method so often used to give and signify a divine blessing or some special recognition. It is, of course, to us, an act of healing, contact, and kindness that exists as part of our nature when expressing the need of such things. And leaders and missionaries were consecrated to serve by this universal axiom. It is written, the Holy Spirit was stirred by the laying on of hands. And tonight, we're having a double. In the name of God, receive the power and strength to serve the Spirit and its hopes for us. Receive the blessing of the Holy Spirit for the work and office of ministry in the name of God. By this laying on of hands do we ordain you into the ministry of God's holy community in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Go forth in peace, strengthened in your resolve to spread the word of unconditional love, to heal the sick and comfort the bereaved, to unite in the bonds of holy matrimony where legally entitled to do so, to baptize, to conduct services for cremation and burial, and such other services as required, and to be as continuing sources of inspiration to your fellow beings. My friends, today you have undertaken a significant step forward. Now that you are ministers, yes, they are, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Reverend A.D. Sadler and Reverend Darrell Golby. People will expect a distinct standard of behaviour from you. Do not follow my lead and tell them to stuff it. I tell a lie. You are here because you are who you are. You are here because you do what you do. And you are here because you are the right people in the right place at the right time. I do not expect anything from you that you have not already demonstrated or given. Continue to be Adi and Darrell, because that is why you are given this task. And so now, I'm going to call upon our two new ministers to give us a few words in their new capacity as ordained ministers of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance. So first and foremost, I give you Reverend Adi, because we all want to know what this paper is about.
Can I just grab one?
Yeah, of course you can. And I'll go.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for accepting me as one of the new ministers. And you're all wondering what this piece of paper is about. If you'd all like to pick the piece of paper up, and hold it in a landscape position. This represents how I was born. Plain piece of paper with no rules. Then came learning what my parents wanted me to do. So I had to be more of a two-person item if you just fold it like that. And this left me in a flap, which is this little bit here. If you flap it forward and backward a few times, it will help let you hear it off. So I flapped about as a youngster, always being told that I was talking in class. This was not the case. Because when I was young, I had measles and it damaged my eyes. And I never found out till trying to go to big school. So I was saying, what's that word on the blackboard? I wasn't talking about it. So I had another change of direction. So keeping the paper pointing up. Take the left side and fold it so that it forms a straight line across the top. Okay? Point it up, fold it so that that line is straight. Okay? This was the start of my journey with the Spirit. And then, Reverend Allen came to me and said, I think you'd be a good minister. I was horrified at the thought. In fact, I didn't know anything about the Bible. So, I turned tail and bought lots of books that spoke to me by my Kindle. So, fold the opposite side the same. So it looks a bit like an ice cream cone. And we all like ice cream cones. Now you've got two little flaps at the top. This is the continuation of my spiritual work. Fold them over so it makes a hole. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just created a cup that is capable of holding water for people wanting to have tablets. Some people have plastic cups in first aid kits, but the first aid kits aren't always with you. Piece of paper, not toilet paper or tissue, but a piece of paper will suffice to hold liquid to give people tablets or a quick drink. That concludes where I am now spiritually. I intend to go out into my local area and be a healer, to listen and give help where I can. I don't intend to run a marathon, because to run a marathon, that gives you an end, and I do not see an end. I just intend to go on and on, as I am my normal self, helping people get together and be nice to each other. And thank you for listening tonight.
And although it was probably rather dangerous to do so, I did test it and it does work. Not a single drop spilled. Thank you, Adi. And so now, again, we will hear from our second minister of the evening. I give you Reverend Darrell Golby.
Go on, Dad. Go on, Dad. I know I'm cheating, I've got my phone on me. I can't tell you what silly time I was doing this in the morning, but pretty sure Mummy Brown was awake at that time. She was. I'm going to take on this role with my heart and soul fully committed and a shoulder to cry on. I can't thank Nick and Barbara Price any more that they've supported me and given me so much help. I don't have any stories or philosophies, so you don't have to panic. I have had some spirit nudges though. I'm learning mediumship, but healing is going to be my main thing, and I'm continuing down that pathway. I haven't been coming to Littleport for that long, but you've all given me such love and support. It's been wonderful. I'll continue to be coming. There's a Doctor Who quote, what I've kind of had what's stuck in my head, and I presume that's spirit. Never be cruel, never be cowardly. Remember, hate is always foolish and love is always wise. Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. I hope that's something valuable.
Thank you. Well done. Bravo! Bravo. And you thought it was bad enough just having one minister that quoted science fiction. Be careful what you wish for. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for your commitment, your dedication, and your hard work. It will never be easy, but it will always be a challenge. Though the heavens open with thunderous rapture, or a couple of DC-10s fly overhead, there will always be something to challenge you. But I know, because of the worth of both of you that you have demonstrated in your both individual, unique and special way, that the world just gained two very, very powerful servants of light. So thank you. God bless you. I give you Reverend Adi and Reverend Darrell! Gentlemen, you may return to your families and friends and sit where the blonkers you like. Because now, whilst you're standing up, I'm going to invite Tony to step forward and start our healing invocation. Yes, we will still be doing that while I move the chairs. So we will, of course, be having healing. I will now move the microphone over here because I forgot the remote. So would all those who wish to provide healing, please make your way to the back of the hall, and then when people stick their hands up, go to them. Keep your hands up until you've got someone behind you. And so it is over to Tony. Thank you.
Just a few words. It is part of our way of life, the life that we follow when we come here every Thursday, that healing is paramount. Healing, love, upliftment, kindness. But healing is paramount. So, Great Spirit, do your work. Send your power to our healers. Healers, if you're ready, anybody with the hand up, one of our healers will come and find you. Like now? When
Well done, Tony.
I'll get a pointed stick next time. It's all right, I can go there. Got one behind you. Nick, can you?
I can double up the two front rows.
Yeah, I'll do these two.
Yeah.
If that's okay. No, you haven't got one?
Yeah, there's one over here.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman just there, and Tony will,
Yeah. Barry will go there.
and I'll come and do
we're
it both of
covered.
you.
We're there.
Ready?
Yes, thank you. Healers, you make events. Thank you, Higglers. If you can just bring yourselves back. And as I say every week, thank you to those of you who asked. It's not the easiest thing to do, but we do appreciate it. And if any of you want a one-to-one, I'll be around there at the end of the night. Thank you.
Thank you to Tony, and thank you to everyone who gave healing. It is absolutely a precious, precious gift. So thank you all for being a part of that. And again, thank you all for being part of the ordination service. As this is the, basically, I suppose, headquarters of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance, We've seen a couple, and we're going to see some more, because the church that you have all built is growing. And I mean that. The Independent Spiritualists Alliance would not exist without the support of those in Littleport, the support of Barbara over in March, the support of Reverend Alan, wherever he may be wandering right now, and without the support of the lovely Jeanette Bolton up in Bridlington, without the support of all of you and those named individuals, this alliance would not exist. So tonight's ordinations were not just about a church or a group of people. It was about the work that you do week in, week out, just being nice to each other. So thank you all, and never, ever forget that I do not underestimate the strength and the power that Littleport gives out to the world. So thank you all. And so now, a couple of notices before we carry on. I'm just going to move these chairs so that I don't get in trouble off Lynda tripping her over. She's had enough mishaps behind there. And so, tonight, of course, we have the lovely Lynda as our medium. On Sunday, there is an online workshop. It's £8. It's called Symbology. It will be from 10 until 2 via Zoom. So if anyone is interested, please either get in touch on Facebook and let me know. If you don't do PayPal, don't worry. Go see Mum. She'll put your name on a list and sort out that way. It will be the last online workshop of the year, because technically it will be December. We've kind of stretched out the November one from the end of November into the beginning of December, so that there's one kind of middling, because I'm sure people are not going to want to gather, or I don't know, on the 25th of December for a workshop or something like that. But there will be a debate in December, which are the £2, same time, different day. So, Symbology workshop on Sunday online. And of course, we are coming into December, so please don't forget that the actual in-house workshop that happens on a Sunday within this hall will be on the second Sunday of the month, and we'll be here. It is 11 until, so no, it's 10:30 till 3:30. It's £15, and includes lunch. And then on the third Sunday of the month, there will of course be the White Feather Drum Healing Circle, and that is from 11:10 till 1. I'll get there in the end, and it's in that room over there. If you want any details, see one of the drummers, or Eunice, who runs the circle. And I know that Alan is chuffed to bits. He paid a visit to a church that I was at recently. I'll tell you all about that later. But for now, my friends, we've got a visitation of our own. An angelic presence illuminates Littleport Village Hall. So please give your love, your upliftment and laughter for around about the next 45 minutes to our medium for tonight, the lovely Lynda Rose!
Thank you. I like the angelic bit.
Well, you are.
Thank you. Okay, hello everybody.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello, everybody!
Hello. Shall I go home now? Thank you for that very nice welcome. Second time round. Okay, so I'll just start off with just a little few words. I don't really know how I'm going to work tonight. I never do. It keeps changing, so but I'll always go direct unless they change that, because I prefer to be going direct. I ask your loved ones to use me as a vessel so that they can use every part of my body, but with respect to me. And also, I ask them that I can become them if they want to do that. And if they feel comfortable enough, they will. So you'll see some mannerisms coming, them using through me. I give you as much information as I can, but I can only give you what they give me. So if they're grumpy and don't want to speak much, then that's how they're going to be, and it'll be a slow part of the reading. I know I'm with the lady there with the beautiful smile, the glasses, and the, I don't know if it's pink, yeah. Can I work with you, lovey?
Yes,
yeah,
of course,
lovely.
thank you.
I do have a lady that's joined you. She's in your aura. I want to either put her as, she'll either be on a mum or a nan link. I want to put her on that link, okay? When I look at her, I'm looking at you, so I know that she's a family member. And I also know this lady that she's talking about, she's making me feel she was humble, a humble lady while she was on the earth plane, this lady. Okay, and also she's making me feel that I'm feeling a little bit shaky here, so I know it's not me, but I'm just feeling that there would have been quite a nervous disposition with this lady. So she wasn't somebody who was out there, she'd be somebody that would be a little bit preserved. But when it comes to family, I feel that she was quite, can I say, quite an uplifting lady. I'm looking at your face and I don't think you know who I have, do you? Okay. I know she's a family member. Then if it's not a nan, mum link, can you then look a bit further afield, please, with this lady?
I'm afraid I didn't know my grandmother.
Oh, well, that's why I'm getting a no then. But it's not a no, is it? Because have you heard much about your grandmother?
I have heard some stories from my mother.
Okay, would the description that I've just given you relate to her character, please?
Not as described by my mother.
All right, okay, all right.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be...
No, that's fine. Then can you look on the other side of the family, please? Because I've got this lady here that's standing right beside you in your aura. I know she's a family member. I want to say she's talking about 86, so I feel that she would have passed about the age of 86, this lady. Bring somebody else in then, please.
Could it be my mother-in-law?
This lady looks like you. There's a familiarity with the face. I can't even remember what I've given you, so...
It must be my dad's mother.
You're what?
I'm assuming it's my dad's mother.
Okay,
Because she looked like me.
okay. But the mannerisms, can you understand that with her?
I was only a child when she died, so I didn't really...
Would you have heard anything about her mannerisms? She's not going.
I know
She's not
that she was
leaving.
always late.
Okay.
And
Okay, then I'm going to, I've asked for somebody else to come in, but nobody is coming in at the moment. So can I, let me just make sure I've got the right link with you. Can you understand you're juggling things at the moment?
yes.
Juggling life. Yep, so I know I'm with you and I know this lady because she's with you. Okay, then I need to say, I'll go straight into the message, all right? I know that you'll find this lady within the family. Okay, and I know, I know with this juggling that she's making me feel that this juggling's been there for some time, life juggling, you understand? And what she's saying is it's time to start thinking about you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Because she's talking about you're either seeing people around you that are not making the most of their life, You understand? And that are unwell and realise that they, you know, maybe they've lost their spot before. Hang on. What she's talking about is that you need to start enjoying your life a lot more and stop putting others in front of you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Because she's talking about those around you that are not living their life to the full. And some people are unwell and they can't live their life to the full now. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because, and she's saying, for you, it's about you now thinking about you and stop putting everybody else in front of you. Okay, and that's how she's saying, stop putting everybody else in front of you. I can feel her nerves here, so I know she would have been quite a nervous lady when she was on the earth plane.
Wow.
All right.
That could be me.
Sorry?
That could be
That
me.
could be you. Okay, well, maybe that's what the link is, but I'm feeling it. I can feel it all in here. But I know if I've got that bit wrong, then I do apologise. But I know that this lady's here for you, and she's bringing in, and there's a lot of love, and I know I can see a resemblance in the face. If I was to go back to, I don't like leaving it like that. Can you understand if it's not Nan or your mother? Would you understand then it would be like on an auntie link, please? Can I just leave it with you?
Yes.
Thank you, lovely.
I don't need to be difficult.
No, you're not being difficult at all. I
don't
just.
have any answers.
All right, okay. I've just got this lady here. They don't often give me the relationship only when they're feeling comfortable, but because it's not flowing, it isn't going to happen.
Okay.
All right. So I've just got to leave you with her love, and there's something I don't know if it's to do with your back or stop looking backwards. Would you understand that with yourself?
I would like to walk backwards.
Right. Oh, you'd like to go backward. No, you've got to keep going forwards. All right. Lots of love. Thank you for working with me. Thank you. Can I come to the lady at the back with the glasses with the scarf around her neck? May I work with you, please? Thank you. I've got a lady with yourself. This lady is, I feel she's probably about your height, this lady. Certainly not my height, because I feel she's taller than myself. And I know with this lady that she had a sense of humour when she was on the earth plane. Okay, and I also know that with this lady, she's either pulling her shoulders back or she's saying to you to hold your shoulders back. Okay, I feel she's quite a proud lady as well. Well, very proud lady, she's telling me. But she's telling me off for saying a sort of proud lady. Slow down. So she's just moving me fast here, and I'm missing bits. I know. Would she have problems with her head before her passing? Would you understand?
No.
Is that no? Right. Okay. Then would that be somebody else? Would there be a gentleman that's trying to squeeze in here
Possibly.
with problems with the head?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Move back in, please. Okay. I just feel this lady that she would have talked 10 to the dozen as well. So that's why I'm trying to say to her, slow down, slow down. I need to say to you, you understand that you need to slow down as well. All right. Still got this in my tummy, so I'd give it slowly. Would you understand round here with yourself? Right, thank you. Take that back now. Take that back. Oh, what is that? Sorry, I do talk to what is that? I can't work out that feeling she's given me. Would you understand there's either an excitement for something that's coming up?
Okay, possibly.
No, I don't want possibly.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if it's come up yet, so.
Okay, right, because I'm trying to, I think this is, I do feel that this is anticipation
Okay, well, I'll get
of
that.
it feels like an excitement, anticipation. Would that make sense to you? Okay, lovely, good, thank you. Start stripping off now.
Okay.
Okay. I thought I'd be a bit Christmassy.
Would you like a hand?
I think it's going to come off without everything else. No, it's not.
Well, this is a first.
I'll keep.
You pull there, I'll pull here.
Now,
But-
you
right,
should
okay.
never wear this sort of dress with a jacket.
Bend around.
I don't think. Is it going to come off, or is it best I keep it
Put
on?
that one back up. You pull there. Right, now bend your elbow. That's it. You got it. You got it. You cut. Yeah.
Tell I don't undress my
Didn't he do well?
Not bad for the first time undressing a woman, is it?
Thank you. Sorry, lovely. I just needed to take something off. Would you understand? I've got to give that to you as well, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because I use everything, so I need to. Can you understand? There's something you're going to be wearing for an occasion, and you can't make up your mind.
Yes,
And a dress comes on and goes off.
yes, yes.
Okay, right. So you have to use everything. But you'd understand that. Okay. Okay, this lady's laughing. I do feel that they have a bit of a joke with you and laugh with you, those in the spirit world, because I know that there's a sense of humour in the family. And I know that this lady, I feel this lady is really quite close to you. Yeah? And I do feel that you feel her or sense her around you. She's settling down now, that's better. That's better, so I can work better. All I can say is there's lots of love. Can you understand February, please?
I can.
Yeah, okay. And can you understand you need to have fun?
Yes.
I'm talking about February for some reason.
Okay.
All right? I don't know if it's a birthday or an anniversary, but I know something's coming up there for you. Your mum's birthday, okay. But she's saying have fun.
Thank you.
Leave you with her love and say thank you for working with me. Thank you. Where am I now? It's all right. I'm talking to them while I'm doing it. Okay, I'm over here. Barry. Who do we have for you? It's difficult when you know a bit about somebody. There's something that I don't know, please. Who are you? I've got gentleman here. I feel with this gentleman, he makes me feel a strong man. I'm broader than yourself with this gentleman. I would say probably about your height, I might be a little bit taller, but there could be an argument over the height. You're between you, all right. And I look at you, I look at this gentleman, so I know there must be a family resemblance. Okay, especially there.
Yes, I know it is.
Yeah. I've got a sense of humour with this gentleman as well. Okay. He's got the cheekiest of smiles as well, and I know you have that as well. So he has this cheekiest of smile. But he didn't take the route that you've taken now. Would that make sense? He wouldn't have taken the route that you've taken, is what he's saying. No. I don't know if he would even come into a place like this. He wants me to go like that. Okay. And I know with this gentleman, I know he's joking, and I know it's tongue in cheek with himself, and I feel that's how it was between you when he was on the airplane. I also have a friend that is in spirit world that's with him. Now, it's another gentleman. I think it's a friend. Come on, my lovely, you have to come a bit closer. I'm feeling, right, so this gentleman, there would have been banter. I don't know if it was the three of you that would have had banter, or whether you would have, he would have known this, the chap who's come through first. But I know there's some banter between them, so they've got the same sense of humour. But I feel this is somebody more on a younger link. I want to say more your age.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I can't think of who it is at the moment. You say they knew each other.
No, I'm not sure if they did, but they've got the banter between them. They've got similar banter. And I think that's given him permission to come in.
Right.
Okay? So I will have to leave you if you can't think, because I can't see him actually. I can see the other guy a bit more.
There's only one other person I can think of.
Right, so you've got to go back in time, yeah? Yeah. Okay, and I'm just, I'm feeling, so I've got the two here now. Can you understand that they're around you at the moment and they're holding you up? And you've got one side and one the other, and they're both sort of whispering in your ear with jokes.
Okay.
All right, and they're just trying to boost you up at the moment. All right. Okay, I'll say it. What are you wearing? Yeah. I don't know. One of them said, "What are you wearing?"
You know.
Sorry?
You know much. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. But that's what you, what are you wearing?
No idea, I know what it is, yeah.
Right, okay. He was here early, he must have been here early because he's talking about the dog collar. All right, so, and that's what he's talking about, whether you should be wearing a dog collar.
Me?
I don't know if that's tongue in cheek though, all right? But I know that, no, yeah, but he's being serious. No, I just said, is it tongue in cheek? And he said, no, it's serious. Okay? Because the reason being, you know your thoughts can be off the planet sometimes. Yeah? Sorry.
How nicely put! And accurate too.
I didn't say it, how they told me. All right. That would keep you more grounded. Okay, because it'll give you other more, don't shoot me, more normal things to think about. They're both giving me a pat on the back, mate. All right. And there's lots of love coming from them. And they said it's lovely to see you smiling because it's been hard for you to smile lately. All right. But they are around you. They try and uplift you. Do you get like somebody blowing on your face or on your head or your ear? Like a movement. You know, like when
I probably, I'm just not aware of it.
All right, okay.
I've got a feeling there is some.
Right, okay. Shall I tell you what it sounds? Because you're thinking too much about you. Yeah. And he says if you didn't, and you was grounded a bit more, then you would notice us around you. Okay. I've got a lady here that says hi as well, but I'm not gonna connect with her. Okay. But she's saying hi. Can you take the name of Mary? Is it Mary or Marie? Mary, I think. Oh, just hang on to it. Just hang on to it, it's fine.
I've got, yeah.
I don't know if it's grandmother.
All right. I'll check on that.
It's somewhere along there anyway.
Yeah.
All right, lots of love from these guys. All right. Sorry. Right. The gentleman with the beard behind Esther, may I work with you, lovey? Yeah? Okay. Your whole family along the back there? The three, and the gentleman on the end? Okay, I won't put you as anything else. And right, so I'm working with you. Is that all right? Right, and can you understand your juggling stuff at the moment? Yeah, so that's my linking. Right, who have we got? I've got a gentleman here. I feel he's more on your grandfather link, please. On your father's side, I do believe. All right. I'm looking because you understand the strong resemblance of the family line there. Okay. I feel he talks about being, I think he's just slightly broader than yourself, this gentleman. I don't think he's slimmer. I think he's taken you a bit bigger there. And I would say he's about the same height as yourself. Okay. Can you understand in your family there's a 6 foot somebody? A very tall man. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if he's in spirit or over, but that's what I've just been told to refer to a taller, a 6 foot man, because I think the rest of the family is a little bit shorter. Would that make sense? So this is all evidence that I can give you, really. This gentleman, I want to say, is a really hard worker, and he makes me feel that he was where he was living. Times was hard, and I don't know if I'm being very careful with how I'm heating the place as well. So I know I'm being very careful with this gentleman. I also know with this gentleman that he's making me feel he would have had a drier sense of humour, a different sense of humour to others, he's telling me. Okay, I know I've got family around me with this gentleman. I know I'm a hard worker, and I want to support everybody. I know I'm really in love with my wife as well, so I know that there was a good bond between them. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I don't feel I've got like a macho man here, but so what I'm feeling with him, that he was a quieter man, but he would have been able to sort things out if need be. Yeah, that makes sense to you? Okay. Can you understand that's your character as well, please? Yeah. Because I'm feeling here that your character is quite an observer, and because I feel you're like this gentleman a lot, so you're quite an observer, but you have good morals and good standards, and but you don't. I'm not saying you don't take any toffee from anybody, but you have that presence that nobody would really do that to you. And I feel this is the same for this gentleman here. He's talking about somebody who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes at the moment. Does that make sense to you? Okay, I just need to leave that one with you, because what he's saying is you're too busy with other things and you're missing out on something, what somebody is trying to do. And it's talk about a misunderstanding, but it's not really a misunderstanding. All right? You got that one? Yeah. And what he's saying is just carry on being the observer, but he wants to bring this to your attention because you're busy with everything else, and you need to not focus on this, but you need to be aware of it. Okay. Okay, my lovely. Can you understand either somebody feeling sick or being sick around you, please? Right, yeah, they don't need to be close, it's just making reference to it. And I know that this seems to be ongoing at the moment, and maybe they should be going and getting it checked out, please. All right? Anything else? I'm going to give you some flowers. I don't know if it's your birthday. Normally when I see flowers, if it's not yours, it's somebody's birthday around now. Would you understand somebody that passed just before Christmas, please? All right, can I leave that one with you? I feel that's a lady. Mm-hmm. Didn't quite make Christmas. I don't know if it's Christmas Eve. I know they didn't quite make Christmas. Yeah, that's fine. It's just they make reference to these things, and I try and prove that life continues and life's eternal. All right. So lots of love from the gentleman. All right. Thank you for working with me. Thank you.
You've got about 15 minutes left.
Sorry?
You've got between 10 and 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that's gone really quickly.
I know. It's that
I haven't even settled yet.
You're gliding with this.
I haven't settled yet. Can I come to... I feel I'm with the gentleman on the end there. May I work with you, please? Thank you. I feel I've got male energy around you, okay? And would you, I don't know whether this person made old bones. Would you understand that saying? Yes. I feel it's a younger person, not an older person. Yeah? And I know this person was very preserved within themselves, okay? Not somebody that would be out there and would be loud, somebody who's very quiet within themselves. I don't know if there was either mental health, but I know that the mind would wander, you understand? And I know with that mind of his that he would put 2 and 2 together but make 16. So he would over-exaggerate a lot, and that was what was going on in his head. He's not telling me how he passed. I don't feel I need to pass that one on to you, but I know that he's talking about yourself now and you going within. Does that make sense? And he's talking about you, your mind starting to do that as well, and he wants us. What he's saying to you is you need to keep yourself a bit more busy and getting out there a lot more. Does that make sense? Because he's saying, you know, if you're in your own space for too long, then that's because that's what happened to him. Okay, but he wanted to be there. I feel yours is a bit different. You don't want to be there, but it's how it is at the moment in time. So it's up to you, but at this moment in time, and it is a moment in time, he's saying, But what he's also saying is that you can help yourself by getting out there a bit more, because you're having your opportunities, but you're not taking them. Okay, so it's about you putting yourself out there a bit more. It's like having invitations and saying, no, I don't want to. You need to. Okay, can you understand also a lady in spirit that's drawing close, please? This lady, I want to put her on an older link there. I want to put her more on, how old are you? So, in her 70s, she's telling me. Okay, and I know with this lady, she was very helpful to you when she was on the earth plane. And she's talking about here, so I know that it would have been the lungs that took her over. And she's taken me to the back here as well, so I know she would have had the pain in the back through her lungs she's talking about. I know I wasn't eating very well the last few months of my life with this lady. Okay, I'm going to move on now. I think this lady could chat for quite some time if I was to allow her to, but I need to move on. So I'm just going to say there's lots of love from those in the spirit world for yourself. Okay, I've also, don't do that to me. I've also got a younger person in spirit as well around you. This will be either the you understand?
Yeah.
Right, don't need to give you no more there. Right, just coming in to say hello. All right, lots of love from those. Thank you. Thank you. Where am I now? What time do I finish?
9.
Sorry?
9.
9. Oh, that's good. That's good.
So you've still got 9 minutes out of your 10 to 15.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Can I come to you, please? May I work with you? I feel it's your mum here. You understand? I feel you know she's with you today as well. Can you understand there's a real sadness with yourself today?
Sorry?
A real sadness with yourself today?
No, not today.
No. Well, can you understand that of an anniversary that's around at the moment? Because I want to...
Yes, that would have been my mum, yeah.
All right, because I've got this sadness, all right? And I know with this lady, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at her, so there's a real resemblance there. She would say she's a little bit taller than you, but I think she's probably shorter than yourself, you understand?
Well, she would have been by the time she went.
All right, okay, all right. But I know with this lady that she's saying to you, put your shoulders back, all right?
Okay.
Shoulders back, yeah, but you understand why, don't you? Because of how she was when she passed to the spirit world, because I feel I'm over with her. And she's talking about, I've got to go here. I don't know whether it's with her or yourself. Would you understand that? That would be her. Okay. And I also know with this lady that my mind wasn't quite how it should have been.
No, she had dementia.
Right, okay. And that's before I passed. But I want to say it got worse in the last. Can I say either 6? Come on, make your mind up. 6 months. I want to say it was really. I don't know if I was just. I wasn't at bed. Does that make sense? But she's talking about 18 months as well there. That's why I was saying to her, make up her mind, because she gave me both. So I've got to say 18 months when there's a big deterioration, you understand? Okay, and okay, lovely. I don't know if it's this lady or I've got somebody else coming in, but can you understand somebody that's quite elegant, please?
Yes, I can.
I think it's more on a friend link that's just come in.
Yeah.
Because she's making me go like this,
Yeah.
and I feel she's quite elegant. So this lady's just come in. You understand, you and this lady was chalk and cheese. She's talking about you so different.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you know about her passing, but I feel, what is it? I feel she must have had some heart problems, but that's not what took her over. It was her lungs in the end. All right, okay. Well, she's around you. Okay, thank you. Can you take London links, please?
London?
Yeah. Can you understand that where this lady is? Because she's showing me going around the market and all the fruit and all the.
Oh, I think I know who
You know who it is, because she's taken. I've got one of those. I don't think it's hers, but I've got one of those big wheels stalls with the big wheels, and she's got and there's all this fruit all piled up.
Yeah.
I think she's just giving me that to let you know who it is. Then, all right. But there's London links with yourself and with this lady. Okay. I'm going to draw away because I want to get a few more in if I can, but there's lots of love coming from these ladies for you. Okay, but they want you to have your shoulders back and your head up, all right? Okay, lots of love. Thank you. Thank you.
5.
Yeah. I'm down here. Which one? Can I come to the gentleman there? May I work with you, please? Thank you. You understand you're racing at the moment?
Yeah. Yeah, very.
I don't know whether that's in life or whether you're a jogger. I don't know, but I'm feeling
Completely opposite, yeah.
it. All right, I'm feeling it
I can
here.
hardly walk, so.
All right, don't tell me, don't feel me, please. Don't feel me, lovely. But I can feel it all in here. I can feel the. I don't know if there's anxieties. Would you understand that? And it's all going on in here. Okay. So I have a gentleman who's with you. I would say that he is a family member, but I don't know. Okay. Your family, is it spread out?
Yeah,
Okay.
not real family.
Sorry?
Not real family.
Yeah. Because I want to put this as somebody who's a distance away from you, but I feel it's a brother. Would you understand that? Okay. I don't know whether I look like you, but I know that I know you. But I know there is a family link, but I'm not sure if it's true family. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, and this gentleman that's coming in here, I feel when he was on the earth plane, he had quite a sense of humour. I also feel that he wasn't, how can I say, he wasn't so accepted by the crowd. He done things his way. He went on in his own direction. Okay. He's showing me what he's wearing. So he's wearing just some trousers and a shirt. And what's that? Is that a cardigan? Okay, I don't know why he's doing that, but I feel as though I'm wearing a cardigan or you understand. He looks quite smart to me, really. But all right, so but I feel the cardigan. You know the cardigans where I see these more as older people wear, where they've got the what's those buttons on the older.
The snapper ones. Do you mean all the?
I don't know what they're brown and they're round. What is that?
Leather look.
Yeah, leather look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those like they're for tortoises.
Yeah, that's right. He's showing me that on his like top
I
piece.
see it in my head, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cardigan that he's wearing. Okay. I feel as though I'm wearing bottle green. Thank you. I'm wearing bottle green with him as well, so I don't know why he's showing me all of that. Maybe he's come here to try and change your dress sense. I do not know.
Chance of that.
I do not know, but because he definitely has a sense of humour. Well, I don't know why he's showing me what he's wearing because it's no significance at all, really. But I just know, so I feel it's to do with your dress sense. Can you understand you now have to wear things that's more practical for you anyway? Does that make sense? sense to you?
No.
And that's what it's bringing in.
Yeah. No, I've got a uniform, which is my uniform for work, yeah. And
Okay.
then I
Right.
just wear a shirt.
Okay. But I do know that he's talking about what you're wearing now. He's talking about more practical. So what he's talking about, so you've just fed me with what you wear as a uniform, but he's talking about what you're wearing now is more practical. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so that's why he's bringing it in like that.
More comfortable.
Yeah, more comfortable, more practical for the situation. Do you understand that you've had a knockback recently? And it's like he's come in to say to you, just keep going, stop thinking of the worst. All right, you just got to keep going and have faith in yourself. Can you understand here with yourself, please? Yeah, he said what he's saying is have faith, and don't give in. Keep going, keep pushing.
No, just.
It's so difficult, isn't it? It's fine. But this is what he's come through to say. Keep that fight up.
It's a massive story.
Yeah. Breakfast. He's saying keep fighting. All right. And in here, keep fighting. All right. I know, can you understand a diagnosis that wasn't quite straightforward? Yeah. And he's talking about, because they know in the spirit world, they know what's going on. And they'll try and support you as much as they can. But you need to get it out of your head here. Okay? Because otherwise you're just going to be living it. And you don't need to.
Trying to be quiet, that's very, very hard for me.
I can tell.
I'm more the orator than anybody else here, actually, so there you go.
Right, okay.
I've been good all night.
Well, you need to listen to the lady next to you. Bless you. Right, I know I've got to close off now, but all I can say is that they're trying to help you and support you, okay? They do talk about you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And I feel that's for you, okay? And the lady next to you's agreeing. And you can be quite stubborn, because once your mind is set on something, you can't let it go. And it's about you changing your ways now. Right. It's about changing your ways.
I've seen it first time.
Give her a hug. She wants a hug. You want to give her a proper hug?
Still don't know.
It doesn't matter. Go on, give her a hug.
Oh, thank you also. Back in the show buttons. Yeah, and that on again. Yeah. I can't remember who it was.
My knees again.
Would you like a hand?
I should have said yes. I know that's the end. I'm so sorry I didn't get around everybody, but I tried my best. Thank you for your love. I can't do it without your love. Thank you.
Just say this. I won't be there tonight to help you take it off. So,
I might take you home with me.
ladies and gentlemen, give your love to Lynda Rose. On the subject of in this way of life, there are many difficulties and struggles, and one of them is crowd control. One of them, we've always talked as mediums in development circles about wanting a circle for recipients. So to that end and that score, please, my darling, can we keep you? You did a wonderful job. We want to keep you. You should stay. I'll give you a little sign that says, "Don't feed the medium." And then every time they do, you can bottom on it. You do wonderful, wonderful. But thank you all so much for being part of tonight. Now,
She would be the
Tony, may I? You will have noticed when I was talking earlier that there was one name that I did not mention in relation to the Independent Spiritualists Alliance. What?
Why are you going to say you can't?
Thank you. But that's because I want to plug something that Tony's done. Because as you all know, there is a Tony here. He is our healing leader. He's our roadie. He keeps me in check. He reminds me which wires that I need to plug in and tells me rather hurriedly to plug them in if I don't in time. But he's also a rather artistic young gentleman. Now, there's another Tony that I deliberately didn't mention because I wanted to promote something that Tony's done. Because there's another person without whom the Independent Spiritualists Alliance would not exist. And that is, of course, Reverend Tony Swindles. He has been not just a minister of the society, but he's also been a very good friend to this church, to the members of it, and to me personally. But we get together every Friday for a right royal debate and a rant. So if you don't know, every Friday at 4 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube, you can watch something called The Two Revs. Yes, it is a play on the two Ronnies, because that's pretty much what we are. We even end with "It's good night from him" and "It's good night from him." People wanted some clothes, a t-shirt. And there are a few t-shirts that Tony and the company that he's with created. But he's got one step further. So coming soon to a Facebook and web page near you, sorted out, organised, designed and made absolutely spandangly by Mr. Tony over there. I have to call him Mr. Tony because I keep going to call him Reverend Tony. And there's been one person in that row scared to death enough already tonight. But I will. You wait till I get you this in the collar. Thank you to Tony for your creativeness. This is the first time I've seen him in the flesh myself as well. But have a look at that. The Spirit Line mug. Is everyone at home? There you go. Tony doesn't even know this exists yet. This is a surprise for him. There you go. There's Reverend Tony there, and there's me. And that's just so you can have a drink whilst we're talking spirit and other things, because it does get a bit interesting from time to time. But I want to thank you, Tony, for the work you put in, and I want to thank the other Tony for being a bud and a friend and my bookend of the week. Because if you're not doing anything between 4 and 5:30 tomorrow, join us online. We'll be talking all things spiritual, probably a roundup and a wrap-up of the week that was, and adding to what's going to be happening over the weekend, no doubt. But you are all my family. You truly are. And I celebrate you all greatly. So thank you all. God bless you all. And one more time, a big thank you to our medium tonight, Lynda Rose. To Reverend A.D. Sadler. To Reverend Darrell Golby. One of the things that I'm looking forward to is only getting to calling him Rev Darrell from now on. Because I keep worrying that I'm going to call him Reverend Golby. I mean, let's face it, anyone who sat in circle knows with him he ain't. But, you know, the point is, you always worry, but they always get you through in the end. That's my final advice to you tonight as you go out on your ministries. You'll always worry, but they will always get you through in the end. And I know that our friends and loved ones, and in particular our ascended ministers in spirit, Reverend Alan, Reverend Wendy, and the adoptive Reverend George, who, much to his frustration, got ordained at his funeral because he told me I'd never get a collar on him. He said to me, "Trust me, lad, I'll be a week dead before you get me with the title Reverend." The irony was that's exactly what happened. The worst part of it is the message that I got for the next 6 weeks from mediums of attack, consternation and frustration from the world of spirit. But he got his own back. And we have got some wonderful people in the world of spirit watching over us. All of us have. And I know that each and every one of you do too. So take the word of spirit and the proof of continuity of life out into the world as you go out of here tonight. Take the warmth that is actually in this building tonight with you out into the world and never give an inch. And so let's pray and close this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love and hope and friendship. As we go out into the world, let us take with us the love that we share, the messages we learn, and the truth that we know, that we are one, completely and forever. And until we meet again in your name, amen. And yes, Barry, you're absolutely right. I did manage to squeeze a little bit of philosophy in at the end there. Oh, you know it won't ever get out of me that much. Friends, we are now going to have our raffle. I would like to just remind everybody that you can stay for tea, coffee and refreshments afterwards. We still, of course, have our wonderful friends online watching, of whom we're going to say goodnight to in a moment. But I would just like to say happy birthday, Auntie Valerie, and happy birthday, Hannah. I would have been in trouble if I hadn't. And so, from all of us here, to all of you out there, after 3, 1, 2, 3, good night! And God bless you all. We'll see you next week. We're going to have a raffle and some food.